Hello, welcome to Appliance Master Live. I'm Bill, and this is Kari with me again today.
Hello, and today we're going to be talking about purchasing a new washing machine, because unfortunately there does come a time when all appliances eventually need to be replaced.
Yeah. Common question we get is, how long does a machine last? Like, what's the lifespan? And that's, see, that kind of irks me a little bit sometimes, because that depends on if you're good to your machine and you don't abuse it. They can last 20 years. They can last a long time. Or so there's really no set rule. And then people say, I heard 5 to 7 years, and it's like, people say a lot of things, and that's 5 to 7 years sounds way too short to me.
Yeah, that does sound a little short, especially with the older units. They can last upwards, like you said, 20, 30 years.
Well, I don't know about 30, yeah, but there's some old school machines still out there. I guess the rule of thumb we have when it comes to replacing a machine is, people like to say, if it costs more than half to repair a machine, then you should consider replacing it. However,
there's a lot of different factors for that. If it's in your budget, it might be more economical just to repair it and stretch it out for another couple years.
How long are you going to live in your house?
Yeah.
Are you moving in 2 years? But the other thing to consider, if you're going to go strictly by a 50% rule, decent washing machines, both top loader and front loaders, start around $900. So with sales tax and with time away from work and all that, if you're spending $1,000, $450 to $1,000, you're $450 as a halfway point, 50%. That gets a lot of a repair.
Yeah, you get a lot of work done for $450 on your washing machine.
I would have to guess that our average repair is half of that.
There are units that are much less expensive, around $400 or $500, but one of those things, you're going to get what you pay for.
Don't do it.
Probably going to end up having to fix it or replace it sooner rather than later.
And I hear a lot of people, I don't know if it's every week, every month, but it seems like too many times where people say, like, I don't get my things fixed. I'll just go over to one of the big box stores and buy a new one every 4 or 5 years. I'm like, if that's your plan, it's like, that's not, to me, that's not wise, economical. I don't know what, but if it works for them. So I'm spend $900, spend $1,200, $1,400 on a really good washing machine, have it last 20 years. And
I mean, our service call fee to come out is $89.95, and you could have a qualified technician come over and give you an honest opinion of whether you should fix it or not. And that's something that's great about all our guys that work here, is that they will give you the honest opinion. If they don't think it's worth fixing, they'll take a look at the number of different, situational things in your life and give you
it's like
the best option, in their opinion, whether to fix or replace.
And you might have one of those borderline, like a mediocre machine that needs more repairs. They'll tell you. But if you have a really great machine that's got a lot of life in it, they'll tell you that too.
Yeah.
And our technicians never force people to make a decision. They just lay as many facts out as possible, and so you can make an educated decision what works best for you and your family.
Now, are there any other things that you would recommend to people when they go to purchase a new appliance?
Well, I've been a technician my entire life, and it's like one thing I steer. The same advice I give for everything, even, is like, simplify. It's like, right now there's things that you can have you can be hooked to Wi-Fi. You can hook your
smart TV, or not smart TV, TVs on the fridge.
Like, I can't it's like, I can't imagine a time in my life where I'd want to know what my washing machine's doing. It's like, these options, they have all kinds of crazy options. And the vast majority of people don't use them. They cost a lot of extra money. They're the things that break.
All the extra bells and whistles.
Yeah, they're usually consolidated on a smart board somewhere or whatever. Sensors and the technology they use to communicate that stuff is the most sensitive stuff in a machine. Think of your washing machine. It's like a water environment, and it's got a lot of mechanical activity. It's shaking, it's vibrating, it's it gets hot, it gets cold. It's like not the ideal place for electronics. However, some people can't get enough of that stuff.
Now, what's a brand that you would recommend for one of our customers if they were in the market for a new appliance?
A lot of the big manufacturers have the market figured out. They have a price point for all their customers. So whether it's Whirlpool, KitchenAid, or Electrolux, Speed Queen, Maytag, all the names you know and love, they make a machine that's probably decent. That's probably like a good start. And then there's the high-end brands like Miele makes a washing machine. I'm probably not thinking of a dozen of them, but
Miele.
Yeah, I would if I personally was going out to look at a machine, I'd probably start with Speed Queen. You'd have to like sell me off of a Speed Queen, whether it's a front loader or a top loader. They tend to be simplified, sturdy, old school porcelain on steel, not some weird fancy plastic,
plastic composite material.
Yeah.
We've seen the inside transmission of a Speed Queen, washer, and it is solid.
It's very simple. It's like steel and very tight tolerances, and even the layperson, if you were to hold these parts in your hand, it's obvious what's a better machine, the better made product. Unfortunately, most of you won't be able to get to that point. So, and although, I know our technicians are big on a Speed Queen brand, but like I said, the other brands, if you tend to go toward lower price points, you're shaving away quality and
durability.
It's simple as that. Like, that's the old adage, right?
Yeah. Well, I think washing machines also tend to be appliances that people are pretty hard on.
Yeah, and your children use them, and people are not familiar with them use them.
Yeah.
And
I would say probably one thing if you're in the market for looking for a new washing machine is, go shopping around and then make some phone calls. Make sure that there's someone in your area like, us, Appliance Master, that can work on the unit under warranty if something does happen with it, because you'll always have to start with the manufacturer if it's brand new.
Yeah, if it's under warranty, like I said, if it's it's likely there are some brands that don't have service in your area.
Yeah.
And they have to call in somebody who's not familiar with the machine, or wait a long time for service. So you can always call Appliance Master and ask us whatever brand. We work on so many brands under warranty.
Yeah.
So we're always here for that.
We get calls like that all the time for our customers that are, they've used us in the past. They want a recommendation for a brand. They want to find out if we service a certain manufacturer under warranty because they're purchasing something new. And, we're always more than happy to answer those questions.
Well, if a lot of people want to upgrade or change their machines because they're redoing their laundry room. It's like, again, that's a lot of money to
invest.
That's a washer dryer combination could be well over $2,000, $25. Could be, depending on the premium brands, you spend more. But it's I would try to avoid making emotional decisions. If you have a bad day at work, don't come in and just decide. But that's just also general advice.
Well, if you have any questions for us, please leave them in the comments. We'd be more than happy to answer them. You can send them to us privately in a message or submit them on our website, APPLIANCEMASTER.com. Okay. And as always, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family.
Thanks for checking in this week, and we'll see you next week.